Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Okay, now how is everyone? Hope that you all are well, enjoying your learning. Okay, preparing for your exams. Okay, that's wonderful. By the way, you have studied for the for the papers, isn't it? And have you solved the past paper questions? Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, today we are going to solve one more paper, and I hope that this paper will help you a lot in preparing for your midterms and final examination also. This is Computer Science Paper 2, Algorithms, Programming and Logic, 0478 Paper 21. This is of October-November 2023. The duration of the paper is 1 hour 45 minutes. You have to answer on the question paper. No additional materials are needed, as you know. And then there are a few other instructions that we need to follow. You have to answer all the questions. Use a blank or dark blue pen. You are allowed to use an HB pencil for any diagrams or graphs. You have to write your name, center number, and candidate number in the given boxes. You have to write your answer to each question in the given space. Please do not carry an erasable pen or correction fluid at all. Do not use calculators at all. Do not write on any barcodes. Total marks are 75, and the number of marks for each question or part of the question are given in the brackets at the end of each question. Please remember that there will be no mark awarded in case you are using the brand name of software packages or hardware. So you don't have to use the brand names at all. Now let's start with question number 1. Tick one box to show which operator means less than or equal to. Yes. Which one is it? Yes, children, I hope that we know it. Less than or equal to. Exactly. Or not B, C, or D. Definitely, this one is the right choice. So you tick this one and you are going to score 1 out of 1. Now question number 2. Tick one box to show how a value can be passed to a procedure. C. How a value can be passed to a procedure, function, parameter, return, or subroutine. Okay, that's great. It's parameter. So in this manner, like parameters are used to pass a value to a procedure. So this is the correct answer. So in this manner, in hardly a minute, you have scored 1 and 1. 2 marks till now. Any questions? Easy? Okay, let's move to the next question. Now the next question is you have 4 descriptions and of the data and the data types. What you need to do here is now question number 3. 4 descriptions of data and 5 data types are shown. Draw one link to each description. Draw one line to link each description to the most appropriate data type. Not all data types will be used. So it means 5 data types are here and the descriptions are here. So you have to answer these questions. You have to link it with the right one. Just giving you 1 minute and very quickly do it, and then we'll discuss the answer. Okay, now done. Okay, a whole number. Integer, correct. A single letter. Char, correct. A word or phrase. String, correct. A number with 2 decimal places. Real, exactly. So what isn't being discussed here is, written here is the Boolean. Boolean is not included here. By the way, all others are here. And I think it's so easy. And again, you have scored marks so easily, 4 out of 4. By the way, what is Boolean actually? Okay, 2 options, which are yes or no. Remember, very important thing is, Boolean is the one that is containing 2 options, which are yes or no. Okay, clear? May we move to the next question? Okay. Now move to the next question. Circle 3 words representing places where data may be stored. Again, giving you 1 minute. Array, constant, dimension, input, output, procedure, or variable. 3 words representing places where data may be stored. They done? May we discuss? Okay, fine, no worries. Just 1 more minute. Okay, you are done? Okay, that's great. Now let's see which one is the one. Array, representing places where data may be stored. Array, yes. Constant, yes. Dimension, input, definitely not. Output, not. Procedure, not. Variable. So in this manner, you have actually scored 3 more marks in hardly a minute. Okay, so till now, we have solved 4 questions and we have scored like quite decent marks, isn't it? 1 mark, 1 mark, 4 marks, and 3 marks. It means 9 marks are yours, isn't it? Okay, that's great. Wonderful. May we move ahead? Any questions till now? Okay, now you are done. So I'm moving to the next question. And the next question is question number 5. The first stage of the program development lifecycle is analysis. 2 of the tasks in analysis are abstraction and decomposition. Describe what is meant by abstraction, and this is a 2-mark question. So we have been discussing abstraction in the class. So you can see for yourself, this is how you can score. If you have answered out of these 3 mentioned points, any 2, then 2 out of 2 are going to be yours. Simplifying the problem, removing unnecessary details from the problem, or selecting the elements that are required, filtering out irrelevant characteristics from those elements. Like what you are doing is, you are going to simplify the problem, you're going to remove unnecessary details from the problem, and this is called abstraction. And we have talked about decomposition also. By the way, what is decomposition? Okay, that's wonderful, Ali. Breaking the main task into subtasks. Okay, that's wonderful. Dividing the main task into subtasks is called decomposition. That's wonderful. Now let's move on to part B of question number 5. Identify 3 of the component parts when a problem has been decomposed at the analysis stage. Now, what are the 3 components? Now you will remember inputs, processes, outputs, or storage. So out of these 4, you can recall and write down, and then you'll be able to score marks. Isn't it analysis? In the analysis stage, we have talked about the abstraction phase, and then here we are talking about the decomposition. What are we doing is, what are we, like, what is my major concern? Inputs, processes, outputs, or storage. Identify and describe one other stage of the program development lifecycle. We have been given analysis, and after analysis, which are the other parts? Like, that's great. You people remember, no? Design, coding, testing. So there are 2 marks for this question because you are supposed to identify and describe one of the stages. So if you have mentioned design and you have explained details of solutions set out, or if you have written coding, program is being developed, or if you have written testing where program is tested for errors, then definitely you are going to score 2 out of 2. Any of these stages you mentioned, either design or coding or testing, because they've asked me to identify and describe one other stage. Okay, any issues? Any questions? Okay, that's wonderful. Now let's move to question number 6. An algorithm has been written in pseudocode, and this is the algorithm. Let's read it. Declare. Now, giving you a minute to read, and then you'll discuss. Done with the reading? Declare A 1:10 colon string. Declare T colon string. Declare C comma L integer. L assignment operator 10 for C assignment operator 1 to L. Line number 6, output please enter name. Input A of C. A bracket C. Next C. Then after that, line number 9, for C, assignment operator 1 to L, and it's a nested loop. For L, assignment operator 1 to 9. If A of L is greater than A of L plus 1, then T arrow or assignment operator A of L equals to A of L plus 1, arrow A of L plus 1, and A L plus 1, assignment operator T. And if next L, next C. For C equals to 1, for C arrow assignment operator 1 to L, output name, comma C, comma is, comma A of C, and next C. Now, if you have understood this whole thing, the first A part is dealing with a very simple thing, and that is describe the purpose of this pseudocode algorithm. By the way, I think if you have read it accurately, if you have heard whatever I was reading, then you must have been able to recall that this is basically sorting, or in reality is bubble sort. Okay? And what are we doing? We are sorting or arranging the elements, the names in alphabetical order. And if you're writing it then like this, that will be great, because it's basically meant to sort and like input, definitely after the input is taken, sort 10 names in alphabetical order and display them also, because that is what is done in lines 19 till 21. Okay, now let's move to second part of the question, part B. State 4 processes in this algorithm. Now, if you just see this one, what is happening here? Let's talk about this one. What is happening here? The very first thing is we are talking about the initializing. Okay. And then where is initializing being done? You can see for yourself, initializing is done in the beginning when you are, this is initializing. Inputting of 10 names, storing the names in an array, sorting the names in alphabetical order using bubble sort, displaying the 10 names. So actually in the beginning, after, like you can see, should I explain? Okay, now no worries. Let me explain it. Now you can see this is my loop to take the input and store it in the array by the name A. Then this is my outer loop with C. Then you can see there is one more loop with L. And then inside this, it's the sorting thing that is being done, arranging, checking. And actually, if you just see this one, I was asked to mention 4 processes. So if you see this one, the first process is initializing, because we are initializing the value of L, as you can see here. Then inputting of 10 names is done. Then you can see storing the names in an array is done. Then sorting is done. And then after the sorting is done, then in the end, what are we doing is we are displaying the result of the calculations of all the, like this storing, after storage of the names is done, then we are displaying the names in alphabetical order. So from the array, definitely the array is now storing the names in alphabetical order. So this is how you can answer and you will be able to score. Okay, just talking about which processes are happening in this algorithm. Easy? Not difficult? Can we move to the next question? Okay, fine. Let's move to the next question. And the next question is, meaningful identifiers have not been used in this algorithm. Suggest suitable meaningful identifiers for the array. You can see A, like A is not depicting the very clear meaning. So what you can say, array names, name, student name, anything will do. But array names is also a very good option, like rather than writing A, if you are writing array names, that's much better. The variables T better replaced with temp. Rather than using C, I could have used counter. Rather than using L, I would have used length. So they are better options. They are more meaningful as compared to the one that are being used in this pseudocode. So A, T, C, L are not very meaningful as compared to temp, counter, length, array names, name, student name, etc. By the way, definitely, iteration is definitely there. If someone, again, and thank you, Ali, for pinpointing this thing. Iteration is definitely there because you can see for yourself that whenever we talk about an array, so to store the data in an array, to sort, to display, then definitely we need iteration. So that is an integral part of the whole process. So if someone has written iteration, then he is also going to score the marks for that. Easy? Any questions till now? Okay, that's great. State two other ways the algorithm can be made easier to understand and maintain. Like till now, you have studied this just another part of the question: use of commons, use of procedures or functions, use of white space characters. So these are going to make your algorithm easier to understand and easier to maintain. Okay, use of commons and the procedures and functions you have been working on. So I hope that that is very easy for you to comprehend. Question number 7. Consider this logic circuit. Write a logic expression for this logic circuit. Do not attempt to simplify this logic expression. Now you can see, how will you solve? This is my OR gate. I wrote it here. Then this OR gate is getting one signal coming from C after being NOTed. So that's why not C. Then this is now connected to one more AND gate, and this AND gate is getting two inputs, one coming from A NOT and then B. So this is the first bracket denoting this part, not A and B or not C. Any issues? Easy? Okay, then you are asked to complete the truth table for the given logic circuit. So if you have written the expression properly, only then you will be getting the right answer for this also. See, this is so easy, isn't it? Just writing down very simple expression is so easy. And now, how will we solve it? You can see. First one is we are going to handle not A. And as you can see, this one is not A, then not A and B, and then not C. And then in the end, we are using OR gate with both not this result and this result. So let's do it. Do you want to do it on your own? Okay, fine. No worries. Just do it. See, not A is so easy. And not C is also so easy. So what we have done, not A means all the values of A are reversed, and it's going to give you the answer of 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Then not A and B. This not A and B. 1 and 0 a 0. 1 and 0 a 0. 1 and 1 a 1. 1 and 1 a 1. 0 and 0 a 0. 0 and 0 a 0. 0 and 1 a 0. 0 and 1 is a 0. So in this manner, the result of not A and B is in second column. After that, C, which is not it. So you can see 1 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. This is the result of not C. And now the last thing is I have not A and B and not C. I'm just using OR gate. And now my reference is only these two columns. 0 or 1 a 1, 0 or 0 a 0, 1 or 1 a 1, 1 or 0 is a 1, 0 or 1 is a 1, 0 or 0 is a 0, 0 or 1 is a 1, 0 or 0 is a 0. So in this manner, your final answer will be 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Isn't it easy? Exactly, that's very easy, isn't it? Up till now, no problem? Okay, question number 8. A programmer is designing an algorithm to calculate the cost of a length of rope. The program requirements are input two values, the length of rope in meters, length, and the cost of 1 meter, cost. Perform a validation check on the length to ensure that the value is between 0.5 and 6.0 inclusive. Calculate the price, output the price rounded to 2 decimal places. Use the variable names given, and that is why I have highlighted the variables with pink so you can see for yourself that what is like, just to make you comprehend. Otherwise, you can see it in your paper and definitely you'll be paying attention because they want you to use the same variable names. State the name of the validation check. Definitely range check, because you can see between 0.5 and 6.0 inclusive. So definitely that is range check. That's great. Now, what is the second part? Complete the flow chart for this algorithm. Will you be able to do it? Yes, do you want to do it? Okay, now let's start. See, it's so simple now. After start, we have to do what is the stage? What is my stage 1? Input two values. The length of rope, that is length, L-E-N-G-T-H, and the cost of 1 meter, that is cost. So I have to take input of two values. Perform a validation check on the length to ensure that the value is between 0.5 and 6.0 inclusive. Means it's going to be a decision exactly. And once the value is accurate, then it's going to calculate the price. Okay. And the price is supposed to be output using the round function. As you can see, price is rounded to 2 decimal places. Have you made a rough scale, like have you drawn it roughly? Okay, now, no worries. Ahmed, you try and then let me know once you are done, and I'll show you the final answer. Do you want me to show? Okay. So you can see there are marks for different stages, and it's a 6-mark question. 1 mark for the following points. Correct use of flowchart symbols, working flow lines and complete. Both input and output is correct. Working range is checked. Working calculations are there. Correct output rounded to 2 decimal places. So if you have taken into account all these things, then definitely you will be able to score 6 out of 6. See? So it's easy. First stage is after start, there is input of length. And then as I said earlier, you will check the input immediately. So input length, is length greater than or equal to 0.5 and length less than or equal to 6.0 because it was inclusive. If it's yes, then input of cost is done. Otherwise, the loop is going back, and you can see this is going to iterate again, and it will take the input again. So is length greater than or equal to 0.5 and length less than or equal to 6.0? Yes. Input cost. Price, so simple, length to cost. There was no need to give you the hint even, like the length multiplied by cost. And output, price, comma, round function. As I said, round, price, comma, to it, because it said 2 decimal places. And then you are simply stopping the flowchart, ending the flowchart by using your last symbol that is already there for you. So in this manner, you can easily score 6 out of 6. See, it's so easy. You end your flowchart, you start your flowchart, and inside this input length is length greater than or equal to 0.5 and length less than or equal to 6.0. Yes, input cost, price calculated, rounded to 2 decimal places and shown in at the same time. And 6 marks are yours. Easy? Any questions, Ahmed? Okay, maybe move to the next question. Okay, that's great. Give 2 different sets of test data for this algorithm and state the purpose of each set. Now, these are simple, just examples. Set 1, a child can take 1 and 1, which is normal data to ensure that algorithm accepts this test data. Then -1 and 1, abnormal data for length to ensure that it is rejected. Any value will do, any value exactly. Like you can see that maybe if I say the length of progress, for example, any, like even in letters, so that should also be rejected. The value of length, if it's in 0, that is also rejected. So any value that is, they have just taken an example. So you can just, for the purpose of making you comprehend, any set will do. Remember this. Okay? All clear? Set 1 is normal data. Set 2 is abnormal data. In this case, definitely, since they have, you can even take any of the extreme data values. Exactly. Yes, Ali, exactly. You can take an extreme value also, because this was also mentioned here, length between this. So if you take 0.5, then that will be acceptable. Okay. Any questions? Normal data accepted, abnormal data rejected, and you can see the most important thing is abnormal is rejected. This is what you need to remember. Fine. Abnormal data will be rejected and normal data will be accepted. This is very, very important that we need to remember. Okay. Accept and definitely. What about extreme data? Is it rejected or accepted? Normal, accepted. Abnormal, rejected. So these are the key terms that you need to remember in order to define that what is the requirement of in the purpose. Okay, Ali? That's great. Wonderful that you have mentioned extreme data also. I'm really very happy. Keep, may Allah help you. May Allah help you. MashaAllah, great. Complete the headings for the trace table to show a dry run for this algorithm. You do not need to trace the algorithm. Just the headings. Isn't it easy? Length, cost, price, as were shown to us in the variable. And then last one is my output. But again, that was the requirement, isn't it? See, just moving back to this same thing. 3 variables, length, cost, and price. And last, it will be output. So if you have written these, and that will be great. And just remember that to go in the same sequence as is present in the question. First it was length. I wrote length here. Second one was cost. Exactly the same variables, not even changed also. Price and then output. Okay. Now, part E. Describe an improvement that should be made to the requirements for this algorithm. It's a 2-mark question. What isn't done? I mean, exactly, Ali had pinpointed earlier, and this is discussed here. We were supposed to validate the cost, which we didn't, with a range check or maybe with presence check. And we could have inserted into the validation check for length, like it should be the presence check exactly, or it could be any other check also. But we can add any other validation check for length also, along with range. I mean, all the possible options that are available can be applied there. By the way, what are the possible options? Presence check for length, great. What else? The type check, wonderful. Range check is already asked exactly. So we can't mention range check. You could have mentioned presence check. You could have mentioned type check also. Okay, that's wonderful. And in this manner, you can again score 2 out of 2. Easy. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 9. A model shop wants to set up a database to help with stock control of the model figures available for sale. The shop wants to store this information about the model figures. What are the fields? Field 1, catalog number. For example, MD1234. Field 2, description. For example, small white dog. Again, written within quotations. Field 3, number in stock. For example, 5. Field 4, the price of each model. For example, 7.40. Field 5, if the model has already been painted, yes or no. The shop needs 5 fields for each record. Give a suitable name and data type for each field. Now, just for the purpose of clarity, I've highlighted so that you can comprehend. 1 mark for each appropriate field name and correct data type. Now, you can see a few examples. Field 1, cat hello, exactly. And the student can write down catalog number, perfect. But one caution, no space in between. And the data type, as you can see here, it's containing both letters and digits. That's why the best option is text or alphanumeric. Exactly, we can't go with text, with string. That is the suggested one. Don't go with string. Use the one that is text or alphanumeric is the best option. Okay. Field 2, description. Just take description. Again, remember, yes, exactly, Ali. Here are just a few examples. A student can write catalog number. That's perfectly okay. I mean, let me write down these also. Catalog. A student can say catalog, and another student can say catalog number. These all are correct answers. Don't worry. These all are correct answers. Okay. But just remember, if you have used whichever field name you have used, you have to use the same throughout your answer. Okay? Anyone will do, exactly. Anyone will do. Okay, fine. Now, field 3, number in stock. A student can say stock level, student can say stock number, a student can say anything, stock or remaining stock, whatever. And since the value is integer, that's why the data type is integer. Field 4, price, 7.40 means it's real. And field 5 is in displaying the already the model is painted or not. That's why it's going to be painted or painted Y or N or anything will do, and it's a Boolean value. Any issues? Suitable names and data types are done, and we are done with this part. Part B. Give the name of the field that should be used for the primary key. This is why I'm saying that you have to write it the way you have written it here. If you have mentioned cateno, you can write cateno. And definitely this is the only field that is containing unique values. No two catalog numbers are ever going to be same. That's why this is the most appropriate one to be chosen as a primary key. And state why this field is used as a primary key. Simple. And since it is saying uniquely, stating only, that's why uniquely identifies the record. Easy? Okay. Part C. Structured query language is used to query data stored in this database. State what these SQL commands are used for. Select, from, and where. It's a 3-mark question. Lists the fields to be displayed is for select. From is identifying the table from where the records are being searched and displayed. Where identifies the search criteria. After where, what you write is whatever is the search criteria. So this is going to be just stating what the purpose of these SQL commands are, and you will be definitely scoring 3 out of 3. How was the journey? How was this solving of the paper? See, we have done it so quickly, isn't it? That's great, wonderful. By the way, we are okay now. Exactly, Adi. We still, inshallah, will be solving the 15-mark scenario-based question very soon. So stay tuned. If you really have liked the explanation, so share with your friends and family so that they all are going to benefit from it. And do watch the other videos also that are uploaded. And do comment so that we will know that what else do you want us to make the videos on. Take very good care of yourselves and your loved ones. Jazakallahu khairan kaseera for being a part of this learning journey. Allah Hafiz. May Allah bless you.